12 News starts now with breaking news.
Milwaukee police arrest a student for punching a teacher in this video. The charges police are recommending. Milwaukee city leaders are ready to sue the owner of an alleged house of prostitution. A plan to shut down the crime neighbors say happens inside.
No Trump! No KKK! No fascist USA!
Protests and the president.
I'm thrilled to be back in Phoenix, in the great state of Arizona.
The dueling rallies in Arizona tonight. And trucks smashed through 2 stores to get the ATM. The similarities caught on camera. We begin tonight with breaking news. Milwaukee police arrest a high school student they say punched a teacher several times. Another student took video of the attack. Police say this happened at South Division High School today around 10 this morning. The video shows the student punching the teacher several times. Police say the teacher's injuries are not life-threatening. They arrested the 16-year-old student at the school, and they are handing the case to the district attorney for possible charges of battery to a school official. A spokesperson for Milwaukee Public Schools says the district is cooperating with police, but cannot comment further. Milwaukee police are searching for a 10-year-old boy who is missing tonight. Joe Gutierrez was last seen near 3rd and Oklahoma in Milwaukee this afternoon. He was wearing a yellow tank top and black shorts and shoes. If you have any information on where he might be, you're asked to call Milwaukee police. The city of Milwaukee is using a 19th century law to combat the world's oldest profession. A Southside home at the center of a lawsuit just filed using a so-called bawdy house law targeting prostitution. Nick Bohr reports the city wants the house shut down.
Greenfield Avenue between roughly 24th and 34th has developed a reputation as a strip for prostitution, and neighbors have had enough.
Yeah, it's scary. It's really scary.
Carmen Jacino is one of many who've noticed.
It's bad for the people who live here. You know, if one comes, something else comes and start robbing in and a lot of stuff, so we don't like that.
So you worry that that could lead to more crime as well?
Oh yes, more crime. One thing brings the other one.
The city of Milwaukee says it's listening, filing suit against the owner of this house just a few doors down from Carmen, saying it's become a den for prostitution and drugs.
It's not fair to those community members to be exposed to this day in and day out.
The city action asks the judge to essentially declare the property a nuisance,
ordering the property owner that this activity can no longer occur, and if it does occur, they can be held in contempt of that court order. So it has a little meat to it, but closure as well, because that is then immediate relief for the community.
The house, incidentally, is already for sale. In Milwaukee, Nick Bohr, WISN 12 News.
Milwaukee police report they have responded to the house 13 times for drug and prostitution complaints since February of last year. The owner, Gregory Jones, has 45 days to respond.
These are really, really dishonest people, and they're bad people. And I really think they don't like our country.
Our other big story tonight, President Trump targets the media at a campaign rally in Arizona. The president spent much of the evening criticizing the media's coverage of his reaction to the Charlottesville violence. Outside, thousands of protesters made their voices heard. Danya Bacchus is in Phoenix.
While President Trump spoke during a rally inside,
You're tax-paying Americans who love our nation, obey our laws, and care for our people. It's time to expose the crooked media deceptions and to challenge the media for their role in fomenting divisions.
in Phoenix outside the convention center, Trump supporters and protesters came face to face.
I think he's doing the right thing for America. He's got all of our best interests at heart, everyone.
We can come and demonstrate that we in Phoenix, we have a voice, and it doesn't need to be violent.
The city was bracing for tens of thousands of demonstrators, pro-immigrant groups, Antifa, and bikers for Trump, all planning to be in the same area. But the police chief saying she was not taking any chances.
Planned, we're prepared, and we're ready.
The president ignoring a plea from the city's mayor to postpone the rally because emotions are still raw after Charlottesville, when the president seemed to equate Nazis with counter-protesters, saying Trump has doused racial tensions with gasoline.
Well, look, the president blew it after Charlottesville. I mean, it was really a failure of moral leadership.
The mayor hoping the president uses the rally in his city to unite instead of divide.
We're a country of second chances. My polite advice to the president, take advantage of this opportunity.
The president defended the way he handled Charlottesville during his speech, saying he condemned what happened there multiple times, instead blaming the media for the way they reported it. Danya Backus, ABC News, Phoenix.
In Oconomowoc tonight, a halfway house fight. The Common Council meeting was packed as aldermen heard a proposal for a drug and alcohol recovery facility where 30 residents would live for up to 6 months. The developer says it's designed to meet an underserved need for recovering addicts, helping them transition back to being productive community members.
Yep, 24-hour supervision. People live there, they eat there, their medications are managed there. They do residential treatment with licensed therapists. They have a medical doctor.
But the Plan Commission 2 weeks ago rejected the zoning change required. The facility would operate in a vacant 3-story building in the industrial park on Capitol Drive. We will continue to follow the meeting and keep you updated. 2 infant deaths in just a few hours in Milwaukee County. The first, a 7-week-old near 77th and Villard on the city's north side. Police say the baby girl died suddenly just after 3 this afternoon. A 3-month-old died on the south side near 11th and Wind Lake. The medical examiner says the 2 infant deaths are unrelated. It's the first day flood victims can apply for loans to get back on their feet. As we reported last week, there is no FEMA money coming, but as Hillary Mintz reports, there is a new loan program giving hope to those who lost everything.
It came quick, came hard, and came fast.
Rich Cassidy says July 12th, when the Fox River poured into his Burlington house and yard,
it was up to the windowsills of our windows, all the way through.
His life suddenly washed away.
New washer, new dryer, new furnace, new air conditioner, new water, new electrical stuff.
And their life savings quickly went down the drain.
We estimate about $70,000 in loss, another 30, 40 to put it back together. With no flood insurance, we took the brunt end of this, and no FEMA help, no help.
More than a month after the Fox River swept through the Cassidy's home here, they're still dealing with debris. We've got a door here on the curb, carpet, and now this couple hoping the financial help gets them back on their feet.
Starting today, the U.S. Small Business Association is offering flood victims in Racine, Kenosha, and Walworth counties low-interest loans, roughly 2 to 3% for up to 30 years, but it must be paid back. Homeowners like the Cassidys could borrow up to $200,000, but they're not sure if it's the right deal for them.
We want to see what it's about. I have questions about how they're going to do this and what they're going to do for us.
He says this is the home they got married in and love.
It's home. It's our home,
It's the only home we have.
In Burlington, Hillary Mintz, WISN 12 News.
The Disaster Assistance Program runs through the end of the month. It takes about 1 to 2 weeks to find out if you're approved. You can also find out more information on WISN.com/links. Turning to our weather tonight, temperatures are cooling down pretty quickly. Mark, almost a taste of fall, shall we say?
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's pushing it to say fall. We are in the waning times of August. September will be here before we know it. And the rest of this week, you just need to be ready. Temperatures falling off pretty quickly. We're down to 60 in Beaver Dam. It's just great sleeping weather. 62 in Fond du Lac, 63 in West Bend, 63 in Waukesha. It is still hanging on to 69 in Milwaukee. But tomorrow, just be ready as you head out the door. A gorgeous one on the way. Temperatures start out cool. Sunrise tomorrow at 6:07, and then we get up to the mid-70s. So cool at night. Warm during the day. That sounds pretty good. I'll let you know how long that lasts coming up in Weather Watch 12.
We'll see you then. It's the largest business deal in Wisconsin history. Today, the public and lawmakers got the chance to give feedback on the proposed Foxconn plan. The Joint Finance Committee hosted a public hearing on the $3 billion incentive package at Gateway Technical College in Sturtevant. Many citizens who testified raised concerns.
You think they're overlooking the environmental concerns?
A little bit, yes, I do. I think that they're sort of thinking, oh, that'll take care of itself. It's just not quite as important as these other issues.
It's a shell game. The Trojan horse for the state has been the promise of jobs, jobs, jobs.
The more I listen the more it appears as a cruel hoax.
The state assembly already approved the deal. The Senate will hold a vote on the bill in mid-September. If it passes, it would head to Governor Walker's desk for his signature. You'll want to check your freezer before you make breakfast tomorrow. Pleasant Prairie Company is recalling more than 1,000 pounds of pork sausage because of possible listeria contamination. Fair Oaks Farm says the fully cooked patties have a sell-by date of May 15, 2018. Also look for the establishment number. It's 17479T. And here's a look at the package. You're urged not to eat the affected product. You can call a toll-free hotline for more information, and that number is 888-674-6854. We are halfway through our annual effort to get school supplies to Milwaukee's neediest kids. Volunteers will be back at it again tomorrow, just like they were today, taking pledges to our Class Act phone bank. Donations will be used to give a backpack filled with school supplies to certain Milwaukee public school students.
A child shouldn't have to worry about that, but they hear those conversations from mom and dad, and they worry, am I going to have a new backpack? Am I going to have school supplies? Am I going to be prepared for school? This partnership, Class Act and the Salvation Army, it makes it happen.
But we can't do it without your help. Our drive continues tomorrow, and we're also hoping to stuff the bus parked in the Walgreens lot at North and Mayfair Roads tomorrow. Drop off donations there until 7 o'clock in the evening. The sun was back in full force today. Mark is looking ahead in the Weather Center.
And it is a sunscreen forecast. How many days in a row you can enjoy that sunshine in Weather Watch 12.
And look at this truck smashed through the side of a convenience store. Is it linked to another crime caught on camera? Kohl's stores may be getting a little smaller. The other ways the company wants to get bigger.
I've always liked to dance. My husband and I always like to dance.
And her latest dance? It's making a lot of people smile.